Well, if you look at Wenatchee on a map, it is right in the middle of the state. And where most of our domestic operations are, like for wildland firefighting specifically, it's up and down the Cascades. So with our previous location out at Fairchild Air Force Base, the distances that the Blackhawks and the LUHs can fly on a single set of fuel isn't that great from Fairchild. But from Wenatchee, we're able to move anywhere up north and south, as well as anywhere in the central corridor to respond quickly, as well as have a lasting impact. You don't have to bring as many assets forward because we have assets here when it comes to like refueling or basing operations out of here versus doing it all the way at Fairchild or at JBLM, where you would have to cross over the mountains to get here. We have Charlie 112th, which is the LUH 72s that you can see right behind me here, and then the UH 60s are part of the Charlie Company 168th Battalion. So we have Blackhawks and LUHs. The LUHs are a light utility helicopter, so they do a lot of VIP, and they do scanning, like reconnaissance type missions. They most recently did support to the federal government down at the southwest border, where they got, there's a ball usually at the bottom of the helicopter that has lots of optics, so they can do day and night flying and scan terrain and things like that. And the Blackhawks are a utility helicopter we can do lots of things with. This detachment is part of a medical detachment, so going in and doing medical evacuations for personnel. But also the dual use that they have is that both of these helicopters can be useful like in a wildland firefighting type operation. The Blackhawks, you can attach a bucket underneath so they can drop water on fires, and then the LUHs can really be seen in a capacity where, like, if VIPs come in, like the governor wants to come in and survey the fires, he can jump in one of those and we can spin around the fires and he can observe from that angle while the Blackhawks are dropping water on fires. So we lease this building, and this will be fairly long term while we also try to build a permanent facility on the other side of the airfield. That process takes more than a decade. So we're really just starting that piece. You have to have the land, and then the infrastructure and all that stuff has to be built up. And it takes a long time on the federal side for things like that to happen. But our big dream would be to have a permanent readiness center here that we can both base our aviation assets out of, as well as maybe build some ground operations here as well with other units that we have in the state. Obviously with a smaller helicopter like an LUH, you can maybe identify where a lost hiker or somebody that's injured might be, but you don't have the capability necessarily to extract them. But what you can do with a smaller helicopter is bring like a couple infantrymen or the medical personnel to offload them so they can go and stabilize a patient, while the Blackhawk actually has the capabilities to drop a cable down and extract somebody up. So really both helicopters can kind of work in tandem with that, as well as with our ground forces to be able to assist in those ways.